Before we begin, I want you to take a deep breath. Now let it out slowly, because what I'm about to say isn't just another word. It's a divine interruption. There are moments in life when everything feels uncertain, when silence screams louder than noise, and all you can do is stand still. And maybe that's exactly where God wants you, still, quiet, expectant. You've been questioning the delay, you've been doubting the detour, but let me speak to the deepest part of your soul tonight. What if the stillness was never punishment, but preparation? Fire, be still, because by June 25th, what God is about to do in your life will not only break the silence, it will break every chain. Don't miss a second of this. Stay with me till the end. Your breakthrough is hidden in this word. Before I even begin, I want you to take a moment, close your eyes, unless you're driving, and breathe. Inhale peace, exhale anxiety. Inhale faith, exhale fear, because what you're about to hear is not just for your ears, it's for your spirit. This is a word for the weary, the silent fighters, the ones who smile in public but battle in private. This is for you. There's something sacred about stillness, but let's be honest. It doesn't always feel that way. Sometimes stillness feels like being forgotten, like everyone else's. Life is moving forward while yours is frozen. Like your prayers are hitting the ceiling. You see others celebrating, moving, growing. And yet your life feels like it's stuck in slow motion. And in that stillness, the enemy starts whispering, asterisk, you missed it. Asterisk, asterisk, you're not enough. Asterisk, asterisk, God's not coming. Asterisk, but I came to cancel every lie of the enemy and to declare this truth into the atmosphere. Asterisk, asterisk, stillness is not stagnation. It's sacred alignment. Asterisk, asterisk, you see, stagnation is a result of lifelessness, of a disconnect from purpose. But sacred alignment, that's different. That's when God presses you. Pause not to punish you, but to position you. It's when heaven orchestrates a silence so deep that the only voice you can hear is His. And if you've been in that place lately, where things feel quiet, where the answers haven't come, where you feel like you're in the in-between, then you are exactly where you're supposed to be, because God does His best work in hidden places. Think about the seed buried in the soil. It's still, it's silent, but under that soil, roots are growing deep. Foundation is forming. Things are being strengthened that no eye can see. And if someone judged that seed by what's visible, they would call it dead. But God calls it developing, and that's you. You're not stuck. You're not behind. You're being aligned. There is something powerful about a person who can remain faithful in the stillness. Not because they see the breakthrough yet, but because they asterisk believe asterisk. The breakthrough is inevitable, not because they feel strong every day, but because they trust that weakness is the very place God's strength is perfected. I know the stillness has been long. I know the nights have been heavy, but you haven't been still for nothing. There's a reason behind every delay. Heaven is aligning you with something bigger than you prayed for. Sometimes God slows you down because He knows the weight of what's coming. You're asking for blessings, but He's preparing your character. You're asking for open doors, but He's fortifying your discernment. Because not every open door is from Him. You're asking for visibility, but He's building your voice. And if He gave it to you too soon, it might crush you. So instead He hides you, not to hold you back, but to let your roots go deep. And let me tell you this. Asterisk, deep roots grow tall trees. Asterisk, the stillness is growing. Something in you that storms won't be able to shake. You're not behind schedule. You're on divine timing. And by June 25th, you will look back at this season and see that what felt like silence was actually strategy. What felt like a void was actually vision unfolding. What felt like nothing was really asterisk everything. Asterisk, because here's what I know about God. He doesn't just move. He asterisk shocks asterisk. He shows up in the most unexpected ways. He takes what you thought was over and breathes life into it. He takes the place of stillness and turns it into the platform of your testimony. That job you thought you lost for good, watch how he turns it around. That relationship you thought was the end of you, watch how he uses it as the beginning of your healing. That dry season you've been in, get ready for overflow. Not just enough asterisk, more than enough asterisk. Don't despise the stillness, embrace it, honor it. There's oil in this quiet season. There's revelation in this slow pace. Don't rush what God is refining. He's not just changing your situation. He's changing asterisk you. Asterisk, and when he finally says now, you'll step into rooms you didn't apply for. You'll receive calls you didn't expect. You'll experience favor that no one can explain, not because you forced it, but because you were still, because you trusted him, because you let him align you, not just bless you. So if you're watching this right now, this is your confirmation. You didn't miss your moment. You're not too late. You're not too broken. You're being aligned strategically, intentionally, lovingly. The world may not see it yet, but heaven is moving. And when God reveals what he's been doing behind the curtain of your stillness, by June 25th, you'll be shocked at how every delay was divine. Every closed door was a covering. Every no was a not yet. Every tear watered a seed that's about to bloom. Be still, not because nothing is happening, but because asterisk everything asterisk is happening. Trust the alignment. Stay in position. Don't move until God says move, because what he's about to do will not only answer your prayer, exceed your imagination. Let me speak to the one who feels forgotten, the one who's been clapping for others while quietly asking God, what about me? Can I remind you of something holy? He sees you, not the version you polish for others, the real you, the one who cries behind closed doors, the one who still shows up even when their heart is heavy, the one who keeps praying even when heaven feels silent. And beloved, there is nothing hidden from the one who formed you. This stillness, it's not rejection, it's redirection. It's not punishment, it's positioning. You keep thinking your story is on pause, but God is editing it in real time, removing what could wound you, protecting what will bless you, and orchestrating divine appointment. Behind your back, and here's the revelation, God doesn't need the noise of a stage to do miracles. He performs best in silence. That's why he shut some doors. That's why he ended that connection. That's why it seems like your circle got smaller. It wasn't sabotage. It was sacred separation. He was making room. He was creating space, not for something average, but for something anointed. You prayed for increase, but God knew increase without pruning would overwhelm you. You prayed for clarity. So he silenced everything so his voice would be the only one you follow. You prayed for purpose. And God said, first, let me prepare the person. Fire and hear this. By June 25th, your faithfulness in the quiet will manifest publicly. The doors that wouldn't open will swing wide. The favor that was delayed will be delivered. The confirmation you've been crying for, it's coming. But this time won't just bless you, it will mark you, because people won't just see what you have. They'll feel the glory of who you've become. So don't rush this stillness. Don't curse this quiet. God is not just doing something for you. He's doing something in you that will shift everything around you. Now, hear me, because this part is for the remnant. You've been walking through fire and still smiling. You've been breaking generational patterns. and still serving. You've been carrying weight in silence that would have crushed others in public. But somehow you're still standing, and that is not by accident, because God is raising up a people in this hour who have been processed in private, people who didn't need applause to obey, people who stayed planted when it felt pointless, people who were willing to bleed behind the curtain so that the glory would fall when it opened. Fire, let me say this plainly. What you've endured has not been in vain. The late nights, the unanswered prayers, the inner battles, the secret sacrifices, heaven took note of every single one. And the enemy thought if he could isolate you, he could intimidate you. But what he didn't know is that your isolation became your incubation. God was forming something in you that hell can't stop and man can't take. Isaiah 60 says, "Arise, shine, for your light has come." And not it will come, it has come. You've entered the moment where your light must no longer be dimmed for the comfort of others. You've entered the moment where your silence must become a sound that shifts atmospheres. By June 25th, there will be evidence, not just feelings, not just hope, but manifestation, the kind of breakthrough that speaks for itself, the kind of favor you don't have to explain, the kind of shift that can only be summed up with, God did this. This is not about hype. It's about heaven's hand. So stay faithful, stay grounded, stay in position, because while others are rushing ahead, you are rising different. Heaven is putting its fingerprint on your life, not just to bless you, but to identify you, because what's coming will be undeniable. You won't have to prove it. You won't have to post about it. You won't have to convince anyone that God is with you. The fruit will speak. By June 25th, the very thing you thought God forgot will be the exact thing he fulfills. That hidden dream, that silent prayer, that private cry, it's about to erupt in public testimony, and when it happens, it won't just be about elevation. It will be about assignment. Because God doesn't elevate for status. He elevates for purpose. He's raising you up not so they can see you, but so they can see him through you. You are not just a person coming out of a hard season. You are a voice, an answer, a carrier of revival. You are evidence that the quiet seasons weren't wasted. They were weaponized. So here's your charge. Be still, but don't be silent. Be humble, but don't shrink. Be ready, because heaven is about to move through you in ways that shock even you. And when June 25th arrives, may your life be the loudest sermon you've ever preached, because what God is about to do in your life. So as we come to the end of this word, I need you to feel this in your spirit. You didn't just listen to a message, you walked into a moment of alignment, a moment of awakening, a moment where heaven whispered, "Get ready." I'm about to show you why it all had to happen this way. You see, your stillness wasn't silence, it was strategy. Your waiting wasn't wasting, it was warfare. And now, heaven is responding. By June 25th, you're going to witness the kind of breakthrough that confirms every ounce of faith it took to stay planted. And when it happens, you won't say, "I made it." You'll say, "God, you did it, and you did it better than I prayed." So take this word and seal it. Declare it over your home. Speak it over your future, because what's coming will not just shift your life. It will redefine your legacy. Be still, because what God is doing in your life by June 25th will not only shock you, it will establish you, it will anchor you, it will elevate you, it will send a message. This is what happens when you wait on the Lord. And when the testimony comes, because it will come, don't forget to go back and say, "This stillness was sacred and it was worth it." Amen.